I hate working for free just as much as the next guy, but in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 jobs that I'll always do for free and why doing these jobs for free actually makes me more money. Doesn't make a lot of sense now, but I promise it will in just a minute. But if you're looking to start a wash business this year, then you need to check out the How to Wash 2 course. It'll be the first link in the comment section and the description. In it, we go over all the chemicals and how to mix them, property protection, how to clean every surface on a residential and commercial property, as well as equipment and much, much more. In that course, we give you all the information you're going to need in order to launch your business this year. Also, if you need a tool to keep up with customers, send estimates, invoices, or collect payments, you can do all those things for free using Quote IQ, and that'll be the second link in the comment section and the description. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the video. Now, the first jobs I recommend every single person does for free is the first jobs that you do. So, Justin, what do you mean by this? The first 5, 6, 7, somewhere around there jobs that I ever did, I did for absolutely free. I did it for no money. Now, I learned something that was more valuable than the money that I could have ever made on those, and that is how to use my equipment, what chemicals I need to use, processes and procedures on the job, whether or not I liked to do this kind of work. See, too many people start this business and go, I want to make money as quickly as possible. Let me go get my first job immediately and charge as much as I can so I can make as much money as quickly as possible. And that's a bit backwards in my personal opinion. There's so many things that you don't know with regards to this business. How could you possibly go out and offer a great service? So I would highly recommend all of you guys get your first rounds, your practice rounds with practice customers, right? Friends and family, basically. Go out, do the job for free. Now, these jobs aren't usually for free, right? Especially if you have people that love you, okay? These jobs typically turn into a pay what you want, if you will, right? So, for example, like I went and did my grandma's house. Grandma knew that I was in college, I didn't have any money, and so, I did it for free, but she threw me a couple bucks anyway because she wanted to take care of me. But still, the biggest thing wasn't the money that she gave me. It was the lessons that I was able to learn on those first jobs. The last thing you want to do is go out and find a paying customer and do your first job for the paying customer as your first job. There's so many things that you don't know. How your hoses are moving, what chemicals you're using, the proper mix for those chemicals, how much pressure you can apply to certain surfaces. Like, you don't want to get on your first job and look like an idiot. So that's why I recommend your first couple jobs you do for absolutely free, because the knowledge that you're going to learn is worth more than anything that you could charge, because your value just isn't that high yet. The second time that I'll always do jobs for free is when you're doing contests for customer data. Now, I got this one from Mike. Mike used to have a technique for getting customers called the fishbowl technique. So Mike would take a big fishbowl, he'd bring it to restaurants, he'd put it at the front of the restaurant with a big sign on it that said free house wash. Put your business card in. And basically he'd pick one business card out of the lot. He'd offer them a free house wash. But what he would do is not throw out all the other business cards. He would collect all of that data, put it into his CRM, like Quote IQ, like I told you guys to use for your business. And then he would start soliciting those people for business. So he would get real estate agents. He'd get, people that sold insurance, all kind of different professionals, lawyers, doctors, all these different people who were interested in a free house wash. Obviously, they owned a house. And then he would just use their information to solicit them for services. So, for example, if they entered their card into the fishbowl to win a free house wash, he could then send them an email saying, hey, I'm sorry you didn't win, but we're doing a 20% discount for everybody who entered the contest. You have to get a quote this week in order to apply the discount, and that way he's able to take advantage of all these people that were actively putting their cards into the fishbowl. So the second type of job that I would always do for free is contests for customer data. The third one is freebies to get the job. Sometimes you need a little extra leverage to close deals. Sometimes customers think things are, included and they're not, and then you have a choice. I always talk about this scenario on the channel. So for example, we've done jobs where somebody wanted a house wash. We sent them over a price, maybe it was $350, and they would say, hey, does this include the back patio concrete? Now, back patio concrete typically only takes about 15 minutes. So now you have a decision. Either we could say, hey, no, it doesn't, and risk losing the deal to try to get a little extra money, or we can say, yes, it does, and seal the deal just so that way we can take full advantage of the opportunity of that customer. So we either seal the deal on $350 and offer something for free, or we charge extra and risk losing the deal. So another time that I'll work for free is I'll do a freebie in order to go ahead and land the job. This is why on some of our jobs we'll give ourselves a little bit of cushion. I recently showed a job that we did like this on the channel where we did all the gutters for free in order to land a house wash, which we were priced pretty well on. So that's another time that I'll do work for free, is a freebie in order to secure the job. The next one is promotional offers. Okay, sometimes we'll throw out promotional offers that say free driveway cleaning with any house wash, free gutter cleaning with any house wash, free roof blow off with any roof wash. Doesn't matter what it is. The big thing is that we're offering a free service in order to leverage a service that's going to make us more money. Now, do we charge a little extra on the house wash or the roof wash in order to compensate for the freebie that we're giving? Absolutely we do. But at the end of the day, we're bundling it and we're offering it as a free service. So promotional offers, freebies to get the job, contests for customer data. These are all examples of times where we'll do free work in order to leverage more customers, okay, and make more money ultimately. The last thing is goodwill building for the community. I've done some goodwill for the community. I've given things back. I've done a lot of giveaways. A lot of times people don't really care about this kind of stuff. Some people do. However, I wouldn't recommend building your entire business model on doing free things for goodwill building within the community, but it does help from time to time to say, hey, we're going to do elderly person's driveway for free or XYZ, whatever it is. We've given away meals at Thanksgiving. We've done free events for a couple of other my businesses. But the biggest thing is that you're in the community and you are getting in front of people and showing people that you're willing to, do good and give back to the community. At the end of the day, like I said, I wouldn't build your whole business out of it. People usually do not care. I would do it more of the kindness of your own heart, first and foremost, and let anything that comes off of it be kind of an ancillary effect. So just to recap, first and foremost, free jobs, okay? Don't try to make money as quickly as you can out of the gate. Secondly, contests for customer data, okay? Somebody's going to win, but everybody else is going to get a good deal, okay? Thirdly, freebies to get the job. Sometimes you got to give a little to get a little. That's why we throw the freebies in. Promotional offers, once again, is it really free? Maybe not, but it is marketed that way. And then lastly, goodwill building for the community. It just helps you to further yourself, further get out there, and you never know what it'll turn into. I believe that doing good for others returns good back to you, and so whatever your beliefs are, highly recommend that you move towards those. If you guys made it this far in the video, comment down below the word freebie, and I'll hashtag your one. If you haven't already, hit the thumbs up button for me. Subscribe to the channel, but until next time, hustle hard, get that money, baby. Peace.